Hey, so what's so great about being an entrepreneur? Why not just have a good job? Well, I'm going to tell you in this video, so stick around. So this is Mark with Freedom Hunters. Why is it so great to be an entrepreneur? I'm about to tell you. But before we get started, hey, I'd like you to subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about being an entrepreneur. Are you an entrepreneur? If you're not, why not? Check out this video. We're going to talk about 10 reasons why it's awesome to be an entrepreneur. All right, so reason number one, because I get to be the boss. You get to be the boss. You get to be the one in charge, and you're not being told what to do, when to do, and how to do it. You're the boss. You get to determine your course. That's probably the biggest reason for me. I didn't work so well working underneath other people. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to have an opportunity to do great things with my life. So that's number one. Be your own boss. Reason number two, you get to set your own schedule. You get to do what you want to do when you want to do it. That doesn't mean you don't work ever. That just means that sometimes you could go do what you want to do. Like for me, I get to go out and go hiking in the middle of the day when everyone else is at work. Now, I sometimes work late at night, but I get to go do this. And this is awesome for me. So you get to set your own schedule. That's why it's awesome to be an entrepreneur. You don't have somebody telling you when to show up, when to clock in, when you get to go to the bathroom, and when you get to have lunch. You get to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And you work hard. That's why it's so great. All right, so number three, you get to control your own destiny. You get to determine how much money you're going to make, where you're going to live, what kind of lifestyle do you want to have. You get to control your destiny. You can make as much money as you want. If you want to be the first generation in your family to be a multimillionaire, you can. You get to control your destiny. It's not dictated by your career, your job, or your boss. You can make as much money as you want to make. You get to control your own destiny. That's why it's great to be an entrepreneur. Okay, the next thing I thought of, you get to sell what you're passionate about. You get to do what you're passionate about. If you're an artist, you want to sell your artwork, man, that's awesome. You get to do it. If you're in a career and a job, sometimes you're not passionate about what you're doing. You're just doing it because it's a job. It's a job. But being an entrepreneur, man, you get to do what you love to do. Like if you like to do real estate, buying and selling homes, like we've done a few house flipping, and we had a lot of fun doing it. So you get to do that as an entrepreneur. Sometimes in your job, it's not so fun. Now, don't get me wrong. Being an entrepreneur sometimes has things you got to do that aren't fun. You got to deal with this stuff. But anyway, you get to sell what you're passionate about. Start your own business doing what you love to do. And that's why being an entrepreneur is great. Now, don't get me wrong. Being an entrepreneur, sometimes you got to climb hills that nobody else is willing to climb. And you got to go through hell sometimes as an entrepreneur. But the reward is that you get to create something that's yours. It's yours. You're doing what you love to do. You get to sell what you're passionate about. Don't be afraid of the hills. You're going to have hills, whether you have your own business or you work for somebody else. It'd be better if you could climb that hill for you. All right, the next thing that I see, what's so great about being an entrepreneur is that you get to see things that no one else gets to see. You're going to find yourself as an entrepreneur experiencing things that are awesome. Sometimes they're not good, but you get through those. But you get to see some awesome things, especially when you make the analogy of going out hiking somewhere where no one else goes. You get to see things that no one else gets to see. And being an entrepreneur, you get to experience a lot of those things that are so awesome. So that's another great reason. All right, so where are we at? Number 6? Oh, I don't know. Number 6, you get to build a legacy, man. Being an entrepreneur, you could build a business that creates a legacy for your family. And man, how many people would love to have the opportunity to help their children have more financial stability than you had? Man, that's so awesome. For me, that is such a burn to be able to pass on to my children a financial legacy. That's why you need to be an entrepreneur, because you could pass on a business to your family. That's good. All right, number 7 is, man, you get to meet some awesome people. Man, when you start networking with other entrepreneurs, other people like in the real estate investing world, I met so many awesome people, so many great people that inspired me to do greater things. Some people that came alongside me and helped me to make a decision to move on. And then you get to help other people. You get to meet some awesome people. You get to be hanging around some other world changers. Oh my goodness, history makers. That's a great place to be. Sometimes in a career or a job, you don't get to do that. It's the same old people every day. Being an entrepreneur, man, you get to shake things up a little bit and meet some awesome people. All right, the next one, number 8, you'll be gratified. A sense of accomplishment, a sense of pride. You built your business. You did what you felt like you needed to do. If you have a burning desire to do something to change this world, to make this place a better place, man, there is nothing better than, or more gratifying than be able to start a business and make a difference in other people's lives. Becoming an entrepreneur helps you have that accomplishment where you build self-confidence, and it's gratifying, man. That's why you need to be an entrepreneur. Here's another reason why you need to be an entrepreneur. You're the one making the money. How many times have you got a good deal, help the company make some money, and you get your little hourly wage, and the boss makes the big percentage? I got a newsflash for you guys. If you work at a job, corporate or otherwise, the boss is making more money than you. Don't mean to be mean about it, but what if the money that you generated through your activities, you got to keep it instead of your boss? Man, that's huge. When I found out, well, this is a long time ago, when I found out that a boss was making more than what I was doing, I'm like, he ain't no better than me. I'm gonna start my own business. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. Don't let your boss make all the money. You start your own business. You're probably better at it because you have that entrepreneurial spirit, right? All right, here's the last one. Number 10, you're in charge of the work environment. You're the one that's in charge of the business practices. You're the one that could be in charge of the attitude and the morale of the company. How many times have you been working for somebody where the morale was terrible, but you were just told to shut up and get to work? That's a real deal. But being an entrepreneur, man, you get to set the pace of the attitude. You could determine the morale and the goals of the company. You could determine the direction of the company. If there's a need to pivot in your business or you have a good new idea, you can choose to pivot the company. That's why it's great to be an entrepreneur. So that's all I had for today. This is Mark with Freedom Hunters. I hope you enjoyed these points about being an entrepreneur. I believe you got a dream inside of you. I believe you have a goal and a desire to start your own business, to start your own company, and I want to encourage you. Take that step. Become an entrepreneur. Maybe you're going to have to work nights and weekends at first until you can afford to quit your job. But man, get started now. Become an entrepreneur. Hey, this is Mark. Glad you made it here. Subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment. Hit that like button. And hope to see you on the next one.